Good evening. You're watching the 7 o'clock English news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. The new Muscat International Airport starts its operations as it is considered one of the vital and huge projects in the Sultanate. The State Council in its regular session discusses the Commercial Companies Law. The cases forwarded to public prosecution record a decrease of 27% during 2017. And more than 3,500 families benefit from the cash compensation of Bulletin Coastal Road project by more than 122 million Omani Riyals. Those are the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos sent cable greetings to His Excellency Dr. Haji Gengob, President of Namibia, on his country's independence anniversary. The new Muscat International Airport started its operations this afternoon as it is considered one of the vital and huge projects. The airport accommodates 20 million passengers annually, as the number is expected to increase in the upcoming stages to 56 million. His Excellency Dr. Ahmed bin Mohammed Al Futaisi, Minister of Transport and Communications, said the airport is the biggest infrastructure project in the Sultanate, pointing out that it is distinguished by modern architectural design and includes the latest technology worldwide. He added that a study is underway to make use of the old airport passenger terminal building, as it will not be used for the purpose, but not to utilize it for any suitable aviation sector purposes. The new airport project offered more than 400 job opportunities for national manpower during the current stage. It's worth mentioning that the flight of Oman Air to Zurich was the last flight departing from the current Muscat International Airport at 2:15 p.m. local time, while the first operational flight to the new passenger terminal at Muscat International Airport was the flight of Oman Air that came from Iraqi city of Najaf at 5:30 p.m. local time. The State Council reviewed the Commercial Companies Law, which aims to facilitate the legal articles that contribute in the increase of investments, encourage domestic economy, and provide trade opportunities in the free zones. From 312 articles of the law, the Council agreed to more than half, as the other half is subject to voting after considering the legal and commercial committee's point of view on the matter. The law articles came in line with the commercial companies and also focused on putting up facilities for establishment of certain types of companies. The number of cases forwarded to public prosecution recorded a decrease by 27% during 2017. The public prosecution pointed out that it will deal with cases related to 2017 after the issuance of the new Omani penal law. It's worth mentioning that public prosecution launched a number of electronic systems during 2017. Meanwhile, to activate the new technologies, it revealed its vision to inaugurate Lawyers Portal on the 1st of upcoming April. In the year 2017, a number of departments of the public prosecution were opened, among which is the Department of Dealing with Drug Cases in the Government of South Bathna, and another one specialized in human trafficking cases in the Government of Muscat, and finally Municipal Cases Department in the Wilaya of Sohar. Till the Camera News Bulletin. The University of Hamad bin Khalifa holds a forum in the Governorate of Muscat to showcase the measures in its 5 colleges. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. And now for some international news. Iraqi authorities confirmed today that the bodies found in a mass grave last year were Indian construction workers that were abducted when Daesh militants overran the northern city of Mosul in 2014. The bodies were found buried near the village of Badush, northwest of Mosul, in an area that Iraqi forces recaptured last July. The head of Iraq's martyrs establishment confirmed that out of the 39 bodies found, 38 were identified as Indians. The abducted workers' relatives say they received panicked phone calls from some of the workers 5 days after Mosul was captured, asking for help. At least 3 different mass graves were found in the area. Iraqi authorities said 40 Indians were captured by the militants, though 1 man managed to escape. Tehran's streets are becoming packed with people shopping for goods ahead of Nowruz, the Persian New Year. Around Tehran's Tajrish Square, where a traditional Middle Eastern marketplace is located, salesmen are using almost every corner of the pavement to showcase their items for sale. Nowruz is the most important event in the Iranian calendar and is widely celebrated in one form or another across all the territories of the old Persian Empire, in the Balkans, the Black Sea Basin, the Caucasus, Central Asia, and the Middle East. Nowruz occurs exactly on the spring equinox. Wednesday, 21st of March, marks the start of the year of 1397. South Korea and the United States will start their annual joint military exercises early next month. A Seoul official said the South Korean Defense Ministry, in a regular briefing, announced that the joint drills, which had been postponed for Pyeongchang Winter Olympics and Paralympics, will start again from April 1st. The UN command informed the North Korean military of the exercise schedules early in the day, and that this is an annual defensive exercises. A self-driving Uber SUV struck and killed a pedestrian in a suburb in Phoenix, Arizona, in the first death involving a fully autonomous test vehicle in an accident that could have far-reaching consequences for the new technology. The crash last night in Tampa was the event many in the auto and technology industries were dreading, but knew was inevitable. Uber immediately suspended all road testing of such autos in the Phoenix area, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, and Toronto. The testing has been going on for months as automakers and technology companies like the ride-hailing service compete to be the first with cars that operate on their own. Police say the Volvo goes a self-driving mode with a human backup driver at the wheel that hit 49-year-old Elaine Hesberg as she was walking a bicycle outside the lines of a crosswalk, and she died at a hospital. Back to some more local news. More than 3,500 families benefited from the cash compensation of Al Batna Coastal Road project by more than 122 million Omani Riyals. The Minister of Housing confirmed the continuation of the completion of compensation for the rest of the eligible families. noting that there is a delay in completing the procedures due to the financial appropriations and auditing. In continuation of the efforts exerted to provide job opportunities for job seekers, as approved by the Council of Ministers, in this regard, 18,344 male and female citizens have been employed at the different private sector institutions in the governorates from the 3rd of December 2017 until 19th of March 2018. The Minister of Manpower confirmed that it is continuing to provide job opportunities for job seekers, as it will publish next Thursday. A list of job seekers' names for job interviews will continue next week. The technical committee concerned about the interim mechanism of urban planning discussed 36 technical and planning topics. During the meeting, the committee reviewed its opinions about topics related to investment and planning projects in a number of the Sultan's governorates. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Engineer Saif bin Amr al-Shakhsi, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Housing. Oman Shipping Company adopted the classification systems and schedules of retention of documents in the company, as the first company in the private sector adopting the documents management system in the companies and institutions which the government contributes at least 25% of its capital. According to this adoption, the company's documentation department applies the system and supervises the departments and sections of the company and provide all forms of technical support in cooperation with the technical support team in the National Archives of Documents Authority. The approval was signed by His Excellency Dr. Hamid bin Mohammed Al-Loyani, Chairman of the National Archives and Documents Authority, and Tariq bin Mohammed Al-Junaidi, CEO of Oman Shipping Company. The University of Hamad bin Khalifa in the state of Qatar held a forum in the Governorate of Muscat to showcase the majors in the 5 colleges. It aimed to attract Omani students to enhance their capabilities and knowledge so as to be qualified to join the labor market. During the forum, the participants were briefed about the study, programs and incentives that will be provided by the colleges to those interested to complete their higher studies. And now for the general focus around the Sultanate. Clear skies will prevail over the Sultanate with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the governorates of South Sharqiya, Brahmi and Worcester. Winds will be northwestern light to moderate and sea will be slight to the maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. More details on your screen. This is Sultan of Oman Television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. The new Muscat International Airport starts its operations as it is considered one of the vital and huge projects in the Sultanate. The State Council in its regular session discusses the Commercial Companies Law. The cases forwarded to public prosecution record a decrease of 27% during 2017. And more than 3,500 families benefit from the cash compensation of Bulletin Coastal Road project by more than 122 million Omani Riyals. And with that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin from all of us here in the newsroom and the studios. Thanks for watching. Good night.